Hello, my dear friends. It is not easy to talk about pain. It is not easy to admit that we failed, that we were lost, or that we made choices we regret. But if you ask me, what was the hardest lesson I learned in my 20s? I will not hide. I will tell you the truth. Because the truth is, where healing begins, my 20s were supposed to be the best years of my life. Everyone told me, you are young, you are free. This is the time to dream big and make it happen. But what nobody told me was this: your 20s are also full of mistakes, heartbreak, and moments that break you so deeply that you wonder if you will ever rise again. The hardest lesson I learned in my 20s was this: life will not always go the way you planned. And that is okay. When I turned 20, I thought I had everything figured out. I had a list of goals, career, money, relationships, success. I thought if I worked hard enough, I could control everything. I believed life was like a straight road, and if I kept walking, I would arrive exactly where I wanted. But life does not work like that. Life is not a straight road. It is full of turns, detours, and sometimes it even feels like the road disappears under your feet. At 22, I faced my first big failure. I applied for a job I wanted badly. I told myself, if I get this, my life will start. I gave my best, but I did not get it. The rejection broke me. I felt like the world was telling me I was not good enough at that moment. I thought failure was the end, but what I didn't know was that failure was only a teacher. In my mid-20s, I fell in love. It was the kind of love that makes you believe in forever. I gave my heart, my time, and my soul. I thought I had found the one, but the story did not end the way I dreamed the relationship ended. And so did my confidence. I felt empty, like a part of me was missing. The hardest part of heartbreak is not losing the other person, it is losing yourself. I had to learn how to stand alone. I had to learn that love is beautiful, but self-love is necessary. This was another piece of the hardest lesson. You cannot control who stays in your life, but you can control how you rise after they leave. In my 20s, I thought I had all the time in the world, but I also felt like I was running out of time. Everyone around me seemed to be moving faster, getting degrees, buying houses, getting married, building careers. I compared myself to them. I thought, why am I not there yet? Why is my life moving so slowly? Comparison stole my peace. It made me blind to my own progress. It made me believe I was behind. The truth is, there is no race, there is no fixed timeline. Everyone blooms at a different season. The hardest lesson taught me patience. It showed me that rushing only leads to more pain. There was a night I will never forget. I was 26, sitting on the floor of my small room, crying because everything felt like it was falling apart. My career was uncertain, my heart was broken, and my future looked dark. I remember whispering to myself, maybe I am not meant to succeed. Maybe I am not strong enough. But then another voice inside me whispered, this is not the end. This is the lesson. In that silence, I realized something powerful. Sometimes life has to break you down so it can build you back up stronger. Now, looking back, I can see clearly. The hardest lesson I learned in my 20s was learning to let go of control, to accept failure, heartbreak, and uncertainty, not as enemies, but as teachers. Life is not about avoiding pain. Life is about learning from it. Growth does not come from comfort. It comes from struggling. Learn that discipline is stronger than motivation. That self-belief is the key to unlocking potential. And that patience is not weakness, but wisdom. Most of all, I learned this: the hardest seasons are not there to destroy you. They are there to prepare you. If you are in your 20s now, maybe you are struggling too. Maybe you feel lost, behind, or broken. Let me tell you, you are not failing, you are learning. Do not fear rejection. Do not fear heartbreak. Do not fear slow progress. These are not signs that your life is over. They are signs that your life is shaping you. One day, you will look back just as I am now, and you will realize that the pain you felt was not wasted. It was the soil where your strength grew. So, the hardest lesson I learned in my 20s is now my greatest gift. Life is not about controlling the path. It is about walking it with courage, even when you cannot see the end, and that, my friend, is how you rise.